Babushka.
Yes, child.
Why did Mama and Papa have to leave?
For survival, my child.
Why not stay here, where it's safe?
Because it is their duty. The USSR is a proud nation, but our neighbors across the border are not to be trusted. Stalin has declared the Soviet Union must be protected, no matter the cost. From the womb of Mother Russia, machines are forged to wage war in the sky, on the land, in the depths of the sea. But it is the people, the men and women of the Red Army, who pay the ultimate price when they march into certain death, so that the USSR lives on.
Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4 here today on the channel. We're going to be checking out the No Step Back DLC as the Soviet Union. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. So for this video, I thought I'd do a Spectator Mode / AI only campaign. As it's been a year since I've played Hoi 4. I haven't learned the new meta, and I've actually, to be fair, missed a few DLCs. So I wanted to see how the AI has changed and how it reacts with the new logistics and supply system, the tank designer. There's even like railway guns now, which is awesome. So I thought, actually, why not record myself watching this? Because I was already going to do it anyway, just to see and analyze how the AI performs nowadays. Okay, for this campaign, we're going to chuck the AI on Elite, Iron Man mode off. I will be unticking as well historical AI focuses, as I want a crazy and chaotic World War II. I want to have a massively different alternative timeline. I want to see sort of the other factions as well, like go down their different focus trees and to see how things randomly generate. It'll be rare if we get a historical World War II scenario. So the mods for this series, I'm also using the map mod and a couple of UI mods, but overall this is basically vanilla. I do have all the DLCs now as well. I've went and bought them all. As I can't be the only one that's observed this, has the modding scene sort of lacked a lot of updates recently? Like, it's crazy to see how far it's kind of fallen since its heyday in like 2017, 2018. But I am open to doing other mods if I can get it working. Maybe doing the modern day, Kaiserreich, Road to 56, and I'm also open to doing and going through different factions in a similar video style like this, if that's something you guys would like to see. So for this series, we're going to be following the Soviet Union. I can't wait to see where their path leads to in Europe. Depending on who's sort of winning World War II, we could potentially maybe jump to one of these other factions. So let's begin. So the Soviets on the 1st of January 1939 currently have 1.1 million manpower. The Soviets, their population is one of their major strengths, along with their raw material resources. They obviously are the largest country in Hearts of Iron 4, and they're going to put that to use. I can't wait to see what path the Soviets go down. They can obviously stay communist. There's even paths within the Soviet Union, as in I think Nikolai Bukharin can take command, Trotsky, and of course Lenin. And then we've got the White Russians as well. So the Soviet focus tree has been reworked, along with Poland, Estonia, Lithuania, and Latvia, like the Baltics countries there. So Joseph Stalin is currently our faction leader. The Red Army has 138 total divisions with 1,231 battle battalions. Most of that is made up with 91 Soviet infantry, 22 light cavalry divisions, 13 mountaineers, 11 light tanks, and 1 motorized infantry. Okay, so far Stalin is investing in the heavy industry in the Soviet Union. He is yet to launch an intelligence agency. We'll soon get a KGB and a FSB, I guess. He's currently researching some Soviet light planes along with basic machine tools for the Soviet production, and along with a construction focus as well. Diplomacy wise, it's still pretty early on in the game, so we've got the Comintern and the Allies and the Axis, so these are the only three factions currently in the game at the moment. Trade wise, the Soviet Union has a total 101 factories, 32 being military, 64 being civilian, and the heavy industry has been completed there as well. So the Soviets have 121 oil, 56 aluminium, 6 rubber. Hopefully want to try and increase that from getting trade from the various allied world. 34 tungsten and a whopping 269 Soviet steel in surplus along with chromium. There are currently civilian factories being constructed in the province of Moscow and Kazan, and the German Reich has declared war upon the German Empire. There has been a German civil war. Well, depending on how this goes, the Third Reich could be defeated with Adolf, and potentially the Tsar could be brought in. Not the Tsar, sorry, we call them Tsar. The Kaiser, with August von Mackensen, loyal to the Prussians, of course, and the German Empire. He is leading the German army against the Nazis. Oh my god. And fierce fighting is breaking out near Nuremberg and Augsburg. Kessel. So what's their capital? Oh, so the German Empire is currently got their base of operations here in Frankfurt, while the German Reich is currently operating out of Berlin. Production-wise for the Soviets, they currently are producing SVT-38/40 rifles. They've got convoys coming and Soviet light tanks and artillery. They actually seem to be investing a decent amount into their navy as well. Obviously, with the new tank design and man the guns, navies and tanks are like, you can really spam them out and make them quite awesome. But yeah, I don't tend to... when I play as the Soviets, I think the Navy I just sort of don't actually focus on too much. Just because the Britain and the Allied forces just have such strong navies. Okay, so we've got the basic Soviet division. Nothing too crazy here. And then we've also got the Soviet light tank as well. Logistics, the Soviet Union currently have a deficit of 25,000 rifles. And they do have a lot of trains though, however. So, the Italian-Ethiopian war has finished off. And it's just the German Civil War. Oh, okay. So, it looks like the German military junta are closest to capitulating. But they're currently trading military forces. The German Empire managed to seize 46 German divisions to the Reich's 39. But it is not looking good for the German player. This could actually potentially throw the Germany campaign. Okay, so let's have a quick look at what the Soviet Union's doing. So we're going down with infrastructure effort. Back in Poland, where are they going? So none aligned at the moment. France. Oh, this looks good. They're currently. Oh, that's okay. They're currently supporting the independence of Slovakia. From our perspective, they're going communist. Alright, back over in the UK. Concession to the trade unions. So they might be going non-aligned potentially this series. Back over in the United States, we've got Frank D. Roosevelt not doing overly too much and just enjoying American isolationism. But depending on how this war goes, we could have a new leading power in Germany, or potentially a weakened Third Reich, which would be good for the Comintern. Look at this. German Imperial forces have just seized Berlin. And the Soviet Union is going to restore the Cossack units. Oh my god. What a crazy turn of events. So that means they're going to bring back Wilhelm. I can't remember. Wilhelm the second, or is it the third? I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, it looks like Sweden is supporting them. Oh, and we've got the Spanish Civil War kicking off. as nationalist Spain battles it out between democratic, mostly communist Spain. So we're going to be supporting the democratic side. Oh, as 7 Soviet divisions land in Catalonia to battle it out. So it's only 1937 and 2 massive wars are breaking out. And the Germans are probably about to seize, or the German Empire is about to seize all the German territory, as the Reich is taking massive military losses. Mein Gott! The Third Reich is going to be no more. Oh my god. And that's it. It's a GG. The German military junta under Mackelsen has seized power. Oh, we've got some events going on here in the Baltics. We have Estonia against... Oh, I guess some of the fascists have actually fled to Estonia, maybe. So we've got a non-aligned party fighting against them. Only time will tell how that develops, because there's a fight on our border. I'm sure the Soviets will want to try and intervene to some extent. Oh, we've got the Mexican junta declaring war upon Mexico. Another war is breaking out, this time over in the Americas. And Poland has got a civil war going on as well. My god, the amount of civil wars that are going on is crazy. So we've got the non-aligned facing the Mexican junta. And then what's going on over here? We have the the Polish Peasant Union. And we've got the non-aligned Poland. Oh my god. Hopefully they don't back themselves with the German Empire, with the Axis being completely dissolved in this series. Kinda crazy. What's going on here in Turkey? The Republic of Turkey, they've gone democratic. That could be good to us if we can flip them to potentially communist. The British Raj is still a thing. Australia's still hanging out. And... oh, wow. Okay. A preemptive coup d'etat in Japan. Looks like it might kick off. Okay. Crazy so far how this game is developing. But... oh, here we go. Yeah, it just kicked off there. I was looking at it just then. So we've got Hirohito dealing with the... what's he? Tetsu Katayama. And we've got another couple wars going on here. Oh, wow. So maybe the East is going to be all to claim, as Korea has declared their independence. A united Korea. And what's going on? Where is the Polish war? Yeah, so who's winning? Currently the Polish Peasant Union. Well, that actually might work. If we could somehow bring them into the communist fold here. This must be one of the new reworked focus trees for Poland, because I don't think I've ever seen in Hearts of Iron 4, at least from the last year, the Polish Peasant Union. With quite a cool and decent looking flag, I must admit. And I think we can technically create, we can invite them if we so wanted to, but we are spectating, of course, in this series. But dividing Poland in half between, well, the German Reich and then the Communist is probably a really good play. But this time around, obviously, being De Kaiser. And has he been installed yet? No. So it's still under the command of August. Stalin is currently researching the military conspiracy. So it looks like his political paranoia mechanics is probably going to start building up a bit, which is always quite interesting. There's actually a really cool, like, political paranoia route that he can go down. Oh, the Polish Peasant Union took 9 states. They have been successful in their war. And, oh wow, Eastern Poland has actually been granted to the Soviet Union. Pinsk is now under our control. China declares war upon Communist China. Okay. Oh, wow. Estonia, looks like they threw back their revolution as well. And what's going on down in Spain? Oh, they're flipped to the Comintern. Oh, wow. So, they are democratic, so they actually could go into the Allies. Which, I thought it was more communist than democratic. Which is super interesting. But now it looks like the Soviets have flooded to the Polish border here. Oh, Spain has fully taken its territory. Oh, and I think the World War literally just kicked off. It's 1938. No, the Soviets are at war, however. So Spain has gone democratic. Maybe this is mostly a democratic playthrough. Like, a lot of these countries are... Yeah, I'm going to be on the side of the Allies. Japan is still battling it out fiercely. So the Soviets are actually currently at war with Manchukuo, essentially. So that's what that war has kicked off. Tenatuvu and Mongolia being called in. And basically with the power struggles going on here in the Far East, the Soviets have actually diverted some of their attention over here into Manchuria. Okay. As Korea is independent, we're going to watch out for them. Alright, that's always not the best play when you see the Soviet Union dealing with the craziness in the Far East. And they're currently going with the 35-year plan. Oh, Wilhelm II is currently the leader of the German Empire. August has stepped down. What's going on over here? Oh, it does look like the non-aligned Mexican government is more than likely going to win their civil war. And back over in the United States, oh, check this out. Alf Langdon of the Republican Party has been voted in, sworn in at the White House as President of the United States. Oh, wow, check this out. So they've actually brought in a bit of territory over here, the Soviets. The Mongolians, as the Greeks and... Oh, here we go. Things are about to kick off. As Greeks and Turkey are at war. So they've been brought into the Comintern. Oh, yeah. So we actually have Manchurian's People's Republic. Oh, my God. They actually won. Maybe... Oh, without Japanese intervention, it's actually easier for the Soviets to actually take that. Because the Japanese can use Korea as a base of operations to push on in. So has this sort of kicked things off here with the Allies, has it? As Greece has joined the Allies. Oh, and same as Poland as well. Okay. And what's going on with Turkey? Mostly democratic. Wow, really? A democratic war has kicked off as the Turks face the Greeks. Now, we do have the battle for the Bosporus DLC. Now, I have all the DLCs, of course, so maybe that was a focus tree within there. So, yeah, look at this. Britain is currently, and the Allied forces are fighting with Turkey and Romania. Who would have thought that? The Japanese Civil War is still going on, along with Mexico, El Salvador, and the Chinese as well. Oh, wow. So, yeah, it looks like the Comintern can invite factions in. Crazy developments here in this campaign as we push towards 1939. Looks like the Allied forces are probably going to capitulate Turkey here, as they are sending a lot of Allied forces from Cairo in Egypt, which is independent now by the look of it. Maybe they're starting to split up the British Empire. And of course, we've got the Aussies landing, not going up the Dardanelles Strait. Not having our second time around Gallipoli. As Turkey... So to win this British-Romanian war, they have to get rid of either one of these as well. They have a whopping 200 Allied divisions with them against the Turks and the Romanians. These two nations are actually bringing a lot of firepower here as fierce fighting is breaking out at Ankara. Wow, I wouldn't have thought that. Looking at this so far, we've had a small war. Apart from the civil wars, the Allies are being the more aggressive, fascist, I do dare, in expanding and conquering by the look of it. Well, it looks like Yugoslavia has actually been broken up between various states. And, of course, Spain has now come into the Comintern, which is a crazy turn of events. I thought democracy would have held in there, to be honest. And the Treaty of Trebizond. The Allied forces have capitulated Turkey. Turkey has bent the knee. And Syria and Libya and... Kurdistan has been... Yeah, brought into the Allied fold. Oh, wow. Check this out. So we've got this like Hellenic Empire going over here. I guess these were like ancient Greek territories over here. So the Turks have gone full democratic. Trebizond, protected Armenia, is its own thing. Oh, that's kind of cool. Then we've also got the Kurds are back in this series, and then we've got a tiny, tiny state here. Wow. The Allied forces are actually sort of focusing on the east, which is super interesting. Oh, what's this? The People's Front. So it looks like they've broken away. No, not really. It's just a civil war here in China, battling it out. No, I got another war here. Bulgaria's got a civil war going on. And the Allies are firmly in it as well. Oh, wow. I guess they basically did that so that they could push into Romanian territory by the look of it. It seems like the Allies are really trying to conquer Europe by the look of it. Now, there was some German events there, which I just missed. The Kingdom of Romania has joined the Confederate of European Nations. So what's that? Oh, wow. I guess due to... Oh, it's all kicked off, I think. I think it's, yeah. I think the World War is just broken out against the Allies. Oh my god. So, due to the Allies' expansion down here, and it was the Greek Civil War to kick things off, the German Empire and France, and by the look of it, a couple of these Balkan territories, have warred against the Allies. Poland has actually been sworn up here. So, I want to go from the Soviet perspective, right? So, we're actually, we're not in it, technically. Okay, that's good for them. However, the Confederate of European Nations, under the command of, Wilhelm III, yeah. Iron Wolf Lithuania, oh my god. That's cool. What's that? Sounds like a rock band. It is a bit. A fascist rock band. No. Okay. Oh, it does look like the... Oh, yes, right. Because the French have joined here. So the British and the French are currently fighting each other in Aleppo. Okay. So let's have a look at this. So we've got the British-German War. Well, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, I guess. We don't really mind as the Comintern, essentially. If the Allies and... Well, I guess it's not the Third Reich. It's not the Axis now. It's the Confederate of European Nations. So let's have a look. So we've got the German Empire and the European nations with a whopping 311 divisions with 2.7 fielded manpower, so they seem to have the numbers and the pop with them against the Allied forces that have 218 divisions. However, the Allies slightly have the more industrial capacity, but it does look like the Allies are losing a lot more. So the major belligerents... Well, it's actually a defensive war for them, yeah. It's the German Empire and France on the European nations side as the two head honchos facing the United Kingdom and its protectorates, which have basically given a lot of their territory independence across what was the former Commonwealth. Oh, and this is not going well for the Allies here. I haven't even been paying attention here. They have swarmed down the Germans, and they're on the steps of taking Greece, as more nations are currently joining De Kaiser. As Italy has been brought in, the Allies are trying to navally invade into Brittany, while the Soviets are keeping super quiet in this playthrough now. France, there's fierce fighting going on in Africa as well. There's Sudan, Uganda. There's a lot of, like, African countries declaring their independence. And the States are currently at war with the Germans, so they have now been brought in. So it's 1939, and the World War has officially kicked off. And Latvia has declared war upon the Soviet Union. So the Soviets have been brought in against the Allies. Oh, wow. Yep. So it looks like the Soviets are going to come on inside of the Allies. I don't know how well that's going to go, because they were getting smashed. So the Soviets currently border them in Turkey here, and in Lithuania and Latvia, and of course on the Polish border. So he's going to try and secure Leningrad in Finland. Opening up a front against them would be kind of insane, as fighting is breaking out on the German border in Warsaw. Oh my god. So let's have a look at the Red Army now. 203 divisions, 1,925 battle battalions for the Soviet Union. Oh my god, there is just so much stuff going on in here. So I might sort of zoom out so we can see exactly what's going on, as the faction line's a little bit easier. We've secured Leningrad. Okay. So a bit of a push here coming into Turkey. But it looks like the Germans are actually swarming through Lithuania and Latvia. But the Soviets seem to be doing better towards the south in Poland. It looks like Spain has joined the Comintern. There's yet to be crazy fighting going on over here. And it does seem Angola, Mozambique have joined on in, as the States have joined the Allied forces there. Okay, so the British-German War, nearly 2 million casualties on either side. And then we've got the Soviet-German War, where 1.3 million Soviets... Well, I guess this is Allied forces and Soviets lumped into the one, eh? And then the Japanese. The poor Japanese. They're still dealing with, well, their civil war, I guess. Yeah, but Iron Wolf Lithuania and Latvia seem to be doing alright. Wow. I can't wait to see who is the victor of this world war, as it's hit 1940 now. The United Mexican States have joined the Allies. We've got a bunch of peace treaties here. Hang on. Has there been a wipe? Oh my god, there's so many notifications here. Holy cow. So, we're at war with the Germans still. The Germans are at war with the UK. And Winston Churchill is still trying to gain back some control. But yeah, it looks like the Confederate European nations, although the Allied forces were doing well quite early in the campaign, it swung back over to De Kaiser and his imperial cronies. The coalition of free Commonwealth states. We've got a free Indian state over here. Oh, it looks like Australia's been... Oh, so I guess Australia and a couple of these other countries don't want to be associated with the Allied war that's currently going on. Oh, it looks like Canada has aligned with them as well. Okay, that's super interesting. Oh, that's not good for the Soviets. Finland joins the European nations now. And the casualties are just kind of stacking up. 500,000 Soviets have died. So they are making a little bit of a progression here into Turkey. But now with Finland coming on in, they were winning here in this part. But the Germans are just swarming their way on in to Moscow. And now Finland is firmly pushing into the Union. Oh no. This potentially could be the end for the Soviets in the commenting, because they all need to be... Yeah. Iberian Socialist Union? What the hell is that? I don't even know where that is. India's got a civil war going on now. I thought they were sort of... Unaligned. Nope. Looks like the fascists in India seized control. Yeah, but this is not looking good for the Soviets whatsoever. They still have a lot of manpower, so maybe by 1945 they might be able to hold out. We will try. I'll try and make this go as long as possible. I'll definitely pause the game at 1945. But yeah, World War II is basically kicking off. The Soviets and the Germans have got some fierce fighting going on. Wow. They've got a really strong faction here. Oh, looks like they're pushing into North Africa, though, the Comintern. The Allies, man. They seem to have escaped this scot-free. As now the Soviets are fighting with Finland on the border. Stalin's still in command, trying to claim... Romania by the look of it, and he's still trying to assassinate Trotsky. I think you've got bigger fish to fry, mate, as there is a division only 4 tiles away from Leningrad. Oh, what's this? Free France has capitulated. Oh, France has joined the Allies. They've had like a civil war. As this is not looking good for the Comintern now. Moscow could very well be seized by De Kaiser's forces. Yeah, who would have thought that it's not going to be the Third Reich, it's going to be imperialist Germany. Still doing and going super strong. So what's going on here? Okay. Oh, they flipped over to communism because the British were getting quite strong. There's divisions stranded in here. That's kind of huge. That could really sway the war France going over, but they seem to be like losing their territory. Like instantly. Oh, it does look like the Soviets have actually managed to get a decent naval invasion here in Estonia as they trying to surround and cut off the German advance. Dude, if they keep this up, they actually might be able to pincer. They might actually be able to encircle the Germans. My God. Oh, that's not good. What's this going on here? The Popular Front bloc. So we've got some Iberian socialists that don't want to join the Comintern. The UK has, I guess, like governing the territory. Who are you at war with? They're at war with the Germans. So they're doing their own thing. Okay, why wouldn't they just join the Comintern? Oh, you'd kind of think that we would ally up, potentially. But it does seem like there's a crazy potential encirclement coming on here. Man, only time will tell how this war is gonna, like, end up. I don't know who's gonna win. Germans 1.1 mil. 1.7 for the Allies here. In this secondary war. Oh my God, there's nearly, like, 7 million casualties all up. Japan has lost 2 million of its own people. Oh, look, yeah, they're making some pretty decent naval invasions here, the Soviets, as they've pushed into Bulgaria / Romanian territory. Yeah, now that, like, France swung on over. Oh, yeah, oh, they're pushing in Finland. Man, maybe the Soviets might be able to claw this back from the clutches of, I thought, nearly defeat. They were getting they were nearly on the steps of Moscow there. But it looks like the Confederate of European nations under Wilhelm is about to be kaput, let's say. Oh, and they're also trying to, in a defensive positioning, moving their industry back to the Ural Mountains. And Stalin can hang out there and he's like bunker in the mountains, I guess. I mean Putin. I mean Stalin. 1.1. Yeah, dude. What are the Soviets at now? 190. Oh, okay, so that's probably 10 divisions. They still got 1.1 million manpower, though. And resources still they're very juicy on. There does seem to be some decent positioning here. The Allies have landed in northern Germany, Netherlands. Like the Benelux region has joined in. They're currently trading in France. The independent Spanish are pushing into southern. Oh, they might be able to seize Berlin. Some British divisions. So it looks like the Comintern has actually maybe bought some time. Man, I wouldn't have thought when starting this video that the World War would be kicked off with the Turks invading the Greeks. Wow. Who would have thought that? And it looks like Australia, the coalition of the free Commonwealth states, are just chilling. They don't want to be involved. Oh, Finland has been capitulated to the Soviet Union. Okay, it's currently the 18th of January 1941. Although these little invasion points looked a little bit promising earlier on, we're starting to get some, actually a little bit of decent progression here. They're mostly just trading back and forth. The Allies in the Comintern are currently battling it out with the Germans. They are currently only a couple of tiles from Berlin, where De Kaiser is hanging out. Let's have a quick look at the war at the moment. So the Germans have lost 1.3 mil. At the moment, with the Allies and the Soviets combined, they do have the units and the Iberians by like only just, not by much more. They've lost a lot though, more the Allied and the Communists. Look at this, the Soviets have lost 2 million to the Germans 1. And to win this war, the Germans and Italy have to capitulate. Oh, and they might have very well, no, I was going to say they might have very well taken Berlin, but they are very close in doing so, as Stalin looks to further reorganize the military. Research-wise, he's currently getting assembly line production, and he's improving the Soviet medium tank along with the equipment as well. But yeah, only time will tell if the Allies and the commies can be successful. Okay, it's currently January 1942. Nothing too crazy has happened. I will go through some minor developments, but whether they amount to anything, only time will tell. So, Iran went into the war, so the Soviets were drawn down into the Middle East. They have made some progression against the European nations here in Turkey. They've actually gone and tried to seize the Suez Canal in Egypt and Cairo, I guess, to facilitate ally trade that was cut off. The Comintern has managed to take Gdansk, and Berlin actually did fall to the Allies, but it's just sort of back and forth at the moment. There's some small progression here, but really 3.3 mil, it's going to be a war of attrition. I think the Germans might have just lost too much, to be fair. The losses now are rising quite ridiculously. Germans have lost 2 million. The Brits with 1.3. That's not good. China just joined in on behalf of the Germans. France has lost a mil. The Comintern has lost 3.5. The largest of any nations. But yeah, I just don't know if they're going to be able to win this war. Like, who's going to win it out? Although the Soviets have taken some positions here, but it's just grinding them out. And now, yep, look at this. China has gone in backing the Germans. That's not good. Not good whatsoever. Because now they're fighting on 1, 2, 3, 4 fronts. Alright, it's currently February 1943. There have been some developments here for the Soviets. There's been some territorial gain across the war with the Germans. The war has now, it's gone crazy. Nearly 20 million casualties from either side. 5.2 million Soviets gone to the Germans, 3.1. Stalin is still the cult of personality here in the Soviet Union. His political paranoia is basically non-existent. He really consolidated himself really well this series. We've got the KGB trying to crack the German cipher, along with planting false intelligence operations as well. He's currently trying to get better quality Air Force. He's also trying to upgrade his fuel refining capacity and streamlining his technology. He's also investing into Soviet night vision. Production-wise, he's currently producing a whopping 400 Pish-41 rifles a day, along with improved Soviet tanks and anti-tank capacity as well. The logistics arguably could be better. The officers' corps doesn't look too bad either. 200 Soviet battalions now. And let's have a look. So, it looks like Iran has been capitulated. He's been thrown out of the Suez. The Allied forces have helped here, though, seizing the crucial city of Constantinople, Istanbul. He has managed to take Crimea and Sevastopol and push into Ukraine. There has been a pretty decent invasion here, as Soviet forces imminently are about to take Berlin from De Kaiser. He's about to be decapitated, I guess. Yeah, and Berlin has fallen to the Soviets. There's also the Spanish and the Allied forces pushing this way. Oh, wow. I don't know how much longer the Germans are going to hold on out, as they're getting pincered from all sides. It's a bit of a grind at the moment, but yeah, it's just kind of insane how this war is going on. Just a straight-up war of attrition. January 1944, skipped a little bit ahead. It's only going to be a matter of time before the Germans fall. The Comintern has cemented their position. Now they're going to meet up with their British and Spanish counterparts here between Frankfurt, Strasbourg, and Nuremberg. Over here in the east as well, fighting is breaking out. And then once Germany capitulates, which is only going to be a matter of time. Check this out. They have to get rid of Italy and China. And then that's the war over. The Allies aligning themselves, fighting side by side with the Comintern to defeat the Imperial Germans. Obviously, the war in China's broken out here as well. But once they defeat the Germans over here, you would imagine that they'll be able to swing back and just deal with the Chinese. Over in the States, the North American Alliance, America has sort of isolated itself, not joining the Allies nor the coalition of free Commonwealth states. Usually this sort of unites up, and it can do. The Mexicans, the Americans, and the Canadians. Oh, here we go. Lithuania and Poland has capitulated. But yeah, it's only going to be a matter of time, you would imagine. I can't see the Germans coming back from this one, as forces are probably going to be able to take Munich very shortly. Yeah, they are just fully surrounded here. Frankfurt will fall soon. And that's it. Germany has capitulated. Wow. So all that needs is Italy and then China, which is going to be a hell of a slug. So, oh my god, the Comintern has seized a lot of territory here. And the colour is now changed as well, who they're aligned to. Okay, January 1945. basically Europe has been divided up here by the Allies and the Comintern. Alright, why is my game frozen here? Oh, peace conference calculating. Hang on. Oh, I think China's capitulated as well. Yep, that's it. January 1945. Yeah, the war is over. Oh my god. But, however, it does look like the what were this coalition? I can't even see. Oh, wow. Okay, hang on. So oh, so it looks like the British are actually at war with this coalition. Oh my god. Yeah, so wow. Look at how the world is shaped up. So Europe has been redrawn. Mostly they're independent states, but they're puppeted. So, oh wow, let's have a look at this. Oh my god. So this is what currently involves the Comintern. Iran have been brought into the fold. The Germans have installed a communist government under Wilhelm Plick and Maurice Thorez as well. And then we've got the UK here as well, that are still democratic under Churchill. Then we've got the Iberians here that have made their own thing. So by the look of it, looks like the Comintern has benefited from mostly Central Europe here, while the Allies have taken the South and Mediterranean. And the Italians have gone democratic, while the Greeks have formed a Hellenic Hellas Republic along with Turkey. And the Americans have sort of really turtled up and done their own thing. Oh, Frank D. Roosevelt is in charge now after Frank Lundgren, I guess, is gone. They're democratic now as well. Oh, so the US are actually at war with Australia and Japan. That's kind of crazy. So they're technically, I guess war hasn't broken out, but they actually could very well be at war on their northern border in a moment's time. That's kind of crazy how things are shaping up. So they're bringing the Molotov line in. And that's pretty much it. World War II obviously ended in 1945, so this is probably a perfect leading off point. The Germans, the Axis, and the monarchical, non-aligned European nations have been destroyed. The world is divided up between the Comintern, the Allies, and the Coalition of Free Commonwealth States, which are democratic. So there's a crazy democratic war going on here. I guess the Soviets end with 300 divisions and 3,200 battalions, a lot of light tanks, 3 rail guns. It's actually just kind of insane. Switzerland, Austria, and Czechoslovakia are still firmly holding their independence here, as Savoy is now a free and independent country. Yeah, so he sort of went down just like the Cult of Stalin route and basically secured his position. They're building battleships as well. The trade is off the chart. Same with construction. Logistics-wise as well, they've got a bit of a surplus in infantry for the first time. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess we've got some crazy divisions here, you would imagine, or maybe just a lot of them have been expended. Because it's been such a long time, this war now. The Soviet Navy's actually grown a bit. 3 battleships, 10 light cruisers, 83 destroyers, and 31 air wings. So I guess we'll quit, and we'll go through the stats to see who came out on top. Oh, so they actually finished in 3rd by the look of it. Looking at the total score, so the United Kingdom got a whopping 2,000 there, followed by the states in the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union finishes with the largest army score, but it looks like, oh wow, the Comintern don't have the strength. It's really the Popular Front bloc in the North American Alliance. The UK has the Navy score, same with the Air Force, while the United States and the Soviet Union have the factories. And the Soviet Union, of course, has the land score. So a pretty decent campaign for Stalin. Was able to spread his communist ideology to France and Germany. Alright, well, unfortunately, got to wrap things up here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. I've had an absolute blast. If you like this style of video, let me know in the comments and support it, and I'll do more. There's still so many more factions that I can play doing the Spectator Mode. But that was a crazy campaign. The Kaiser come back, and then the Soviet Union with the Allies won and destroyed him. So maybe think about doing the States next. We could even do, I don't know, France, Japan, the UK, maybe even Germany itself. There's so many countries, nations, and factions to still play as. So thanks guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Support it, and I'll do more Hearts of Iron on the channel. Right, without further ado, gotta play the outro now. Take care. Unfortunately, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Check out my social media links in the description below if you want to stay connected with me. I also want to say thank you to this month's patrons and channel members: Victor K, Sebastian C, Jordan K, Caesar L, Brian S, Tao, Lion B, Kyle P, Tom C, and White P. My name has been Simpzy. Much love from Australia. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.